Sorry about that. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on this mid-September afternoon. It's a beautiful day. I have another awesome Zoom guest. Hang on a second. I got to grab my underwriters here. Okay. And another awesome rapper from the Springfield area. I had one last night at my Area 58 location, and I got one here tonight. They are ruling the roost for Topic Time shows lately, and the run has been incredible. So before I get there, I got to read these incredible underwriters as usual, and then we will commence. So I want to thank Auto Country, king of the used car in Abington, #1 in the dealer raters for Massachusetts for 2021. Been with me since the beginning, great in customer service. We got them. We got Lynch's Towing. That's right. Auto Country's in Abington. We got Lynch's Towing, Auto Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. Always looking for new wheels, scrap metal, anything to do with transportation that my pal Lynchy can handle over there in Brockton. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got a new restaurant, Curry Leaf Indian and Pakistani cuisine in Foxborough. We got Gregory Scott Jewelers in Middleborough. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. We got another new one, now the Bird and Reptile Connection in Walpole. We got One Good Credit in Brockton. We got Body by Avelina in Brockton. We got Fadiologist Barbershop 101 in Brockton. We got One Cup in Norfolk. They're a new one. They do coffee and antiques. That's a unique store. We got Nutrition Lab in Walpole. They're a new one. We got Marion Brothers Tuxers in Brockton, run by my old friend John Marion, that grew up with me. We got Eli's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got Countertops Express in North Attleboro, experts in installing and removing quartz and granite. We got Auto Town Auto Glass installed in Abington. We got the Neighborhood Barbershop in Norfolk. They're a new one. We got the law offices of Cahal Lane and Stefani in Brockton, specializing in personal injury and workman's comp law. We got Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We got Doggy Boutique, all breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Shadell in Brockton. We got Chapin Sheds in Whitman. We got Easton Fitness right in the village shops in Northeastern. We got RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. And we got Joe's Diner in Taunton. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now on that note, I'll officially introduce Boom Sheek. That's the rapper here. The very lovely lady with the NASA jacket on. Are you an astronaut too, part-time? Is that what your day job is?
Nah, I just like NASA a lot, man. We got to stay fly.
I know, we got to stay fly is right. Okay, well, this is awesome. You're out there at work in Springfield, Massachusetts, and I'm here in Easton, Massachusetts, probably about 100 miles from you, and we love the Zoom because it takes us everywhere. So yes. Let's talk about your history. Now, you're a rapper. I've noticed we're getting more female rappers now than ever before. I had one last night. I had one several months ago, I think, that lived in Boston, and I think you're all kind of, becoming more of a camaraderie of people, and it's pretty cool.
Yes.
So tell me about your history, though, specifically growing up in Springfield, I assume, right?
Yeah. So I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, born and raised.
Okay.
I've been doing, I grew up like in the Upper Hill area, kind of like near Springfield College and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's where I'm from. I've been doing music pretty much my whole life. I actually sing. So I started singing first. And then when I was about 12, I kind of got into like the rapping thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I write my own music. I did go to college for music production as well. So
where?
I went to Full Sail University.
Is that in Springfield?
No, that's in Winter Park, Florida.
Oh, okay. Why did you pick that school of all? I mean, you felt they had a better music program?
Well, at the time when I was looking, they're like the #1 school for like the good music programs and stuff like that.
Wow.
In my area in Springfield, they didn't have too many like options as far as like music production. So I kind of did that. I did the online thing, but I excelled. I didn't finish, unfortunately, but I did excel.
But you learned at least.
Yeah.
You learned something there. That's important.
Yeah,
it's not what the paper looks like when you're done. It's what the experience does for you when you're done. Obviously you've done quite a bit. And just so you know, I mean, I know you don't want to perform. You can't really perform. But if you want to sing a few bars or something, you're certainly more than welcome to, because you said you started with singing, and that's.
Yes.
I always admire people that that are multifaceted, because I always say that offers them more opportunities, and that's a resume with more stuff. All right. So you started singing, I'm just curious. I mean, you look like, at the very most late 20s, early 30s. If you don't mind my asking, I'm just curious how long, you said you've been doing this your whole life.
Yes.
I'm not asking your age, I'm
Well,
just asking you about how long you've been doing music for, just roughly.
I've been doing music
More than
for
20
over
years?
20 years. Over 20
Okay,
years.
got
Over
it.
20
Okay, so that's
years.
pretty, and you're not stop. Did you ever, have you ever been like, now you do rap, do you rap by yourself? Do you rap with others or what, or both?
I do both actually. I am my own artist. But I do have like my cousin Hundo's the chef, and we always collaborate. I got another friend of mine, Prophet the Rap Producer from Connecticut, and we actually collaborate quite often. I did collaborate with a couple artists in the Springfield area as well. So I'm always into the networking and always into working with other artists and just brainstorming and creating that fire.
Okay. And how do you, and when you write your music, do you base it on personal experience? I guess a lot of you rappers do, but you tell me what your deal is.
Yeah, for me, I always base it off of my personal experience. And sometimes it's not everything that I write about doesn't particularly pertain to me. Sometimes it could be one of my cousins, my mom, you know what I mean? Like my fiance, but I always try to write about real life experiences, things that I've seen or things that I've done, things that are going on currently, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I write. I like to write from experience and from emotion, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously, you're very passionate. I've noticed on Facebook that you have quite a following. You get like over 5,000 followers now.
Yes.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, and I don't suppose that happened overnight. It must have taken a lot of hard work and energy to make it happen. So
yeah.
Now these followers, are they, so you perform, do you go like, where have you performed around the area? Have you performed in I know you performed in Springfield, but whereabouts beyond there? Anywhere else?
Yeah, I performed in Springfield. I did Greenfield, Hawks and Reed. I've also performed in New Haven, Connecticut. I most of the time it's in Springfield. I did some shows in Chicopee. I have Waterbury, Connecticut. So I like between Mass and Connecticut, honestly, is where I've done most of my shows and with my following. And I'm like I said, I like the network. So I always try to just reach out to other artists and follow them and have them follow me back and just keep that that line open for that open invitation for fans and just my peers, you know what I mean? So that's where the following comes from. It's definitely a lot of hard work and it definitely took a few years, so.
Of course, yeah, and it's definitely worth it too. Is this your first TV appearance? I'm just wondering, have you ever done any, have you ever been on TV before or
no, I've done like a taped radio interview, but this is my first time being on television.
I'm very honored. Okay. What about music videos? How many of you, how many of those have you turned out, give or take?
I've done 2 music videos. I have a video shoot coming out September 30th. We're going to be doing a video for my new single that'll be dropping in October. It's going to be dropping October 7th. So we're
only 2 weeks away.
Exactly. So we're working, man.
That's awesome. Okay. So what is it? I mean, you're saying you're at work now. I'm just curious, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do, during the 9 to 5?
So 9 to 5 right now, I'm a direct care worker. So I do take pride in helping individuals with intellectual disabilities. And we just help them with, their everyday today activities and, just helping them gain independence and, kind of being a voice for people that don't have a voice. That's kind of my thing.
Does that have any, I'm just wondering, would that include anyone with autism?
Yes.
Okay, because I have autism.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. So just so you know, and I'm glad I asked now, because what this means is that if I can do what I do, given my situation, that you can inspire with this, hopefully will help you inspire other people that you work with. And it's incredible that you do this. This is an amazing field that you're in now. Where did you learn how to, I mean, did you get a degree in any kind of like mediating or psychological interaction in addition to your music, when you went to college, or how did you get qualified for this?
So I didn't. I was a CNA for 5 years in Massachusetts, and
you did what for 5 years?
I was a CNA, so I did certified.
Okay, what's that exactly?
Yeah, it's a certified nursing assistant.
Okay.
So I work in, the nursing homes with the elderly or geriatric. So I did that for quite a while. So it was kind of like an easy transition for me. That's kind of how I got into this field. I don't have a degree in it, but I do have the experience, and you know, I know how to be empathetic and really work with people and just show compassion. So that kind of helped me get to where I'm at right now with this job.
That's awesome. Now I'm going to ask an even better question. Do you ever incorporate your rap with your people that you work with to help inspire them?
I do actually. My
I
clients, they
figured
love
as
it.
much.
Yeah, they love it. They're very they love my music. They get merch from me. You know, they always want CDs and stuff like that. So they're very in tune.
Okay. Have you ever, I mean, have you ever like even asked them if they wanted to be included in any of your music videos too?
I've never asked them that, just because certain things I gotta go by, you know,
Yeah,
the
right. The
Department
rules
of,
and conflict of
yeah,
interest
you
and
know,
stuff. I understand that.
yeah, but if I ever wanted to like take them to a show or
Yeah.
to like the studio with me, I definitely can. One of my
Yeah.
clients, he loves music anyway, so whenever I make music, I sing for them sometimes, and they love it. So
That's awesome. Okay. And
Mhm.
how long you been doing this? Just 5 years for you now
No,
working here?
no, this has been about a year for me, but
Okay.
I was a CNA for 5 years.
I CNA for 5 years. Okay.
Mhm.
Was that at like a nursing home in the area?
Yeah, I did. I worked in an assisted living facility, so it's just kind of like a nursing home. Just the people have a little bit more independence. You know, they
Right.
can do
Right.
things on their own. So I did that for 5 years, and that was in like that type of setting. So
Okay, that's great.
mhm.
Now do you have a big family, or are you an independent person? I'm asking that because sometimes people that are independent have more time, free time to do what they want to do, but that doesn't mean that they can't do it if they have a big family too. So which is it? Just curious.
My family is huge.
Yeah, okay.
I have a really big family, but music is really important to me. So, you know, I love my family, but I also gotta put my own self first at the end of the day. You know what I
Of
mean?
course,
So
and I'm sure they're very supportive of you. Do you have children?
absolutely. No, no children, no
Okay,
children.
yeah, because that would definitely, it could crush off your time a little bit, obviously, because when you have children, you do have to take care of them. Um,
Yes.
yeah, but I'm guessing you're probably good with children. Do any of your patients have, people that you deal with include, I mean, what are the age range of the people, what is the age range of the people that you work with at your current job here about?
So with my program, my clients are a little on the older side, so they're like
Okay,
70, you know, but
they're older, but you don't work with children at all, or any younger
no,
adults?
no, I don't. But I do have younger siblings. So I have a brother that is 19, I have a sister that's 13. So
Okay.
yeah, those, and they're the youngest two out of all of my siblings. So I'm used to being around kids, and I have godchildren and stuff like that. So
Okay. Are your siblings musically inclined as well? Do they rap at all?
well, my brother, he raps a little bit, but my sister, man, she has some pipes on her. She can sing really good. She's only 13 and her
Yeah,
voice
yeah, I know.
is
I'm getting that. Maybe we can
amazing.
get her on the show too, and she can perform. Because
Oh yeah,
I've asked her to come
absolutely.
out here to perform.
Yeah, I could definitely arrange that.
Okay, that's great. I mean, obviously at 13, she can't drive out here, so she'd need a ride, but that would be great, or
Yes.
even just doing it by Zoom. All right, well, what does your rapping schedule look like? I know you have you just mentioned that you have an album coming out, dropping it in October 7th. But in addition to that, do you have any shows coming up like in the next few weeks as fall is approaching? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I have a single dropping on October 7th. I have a show September 30th, and that's going to be in Springfield, Massachusetts. I have another show on September 24th, and that's going to be in Waterbury, Connecticut. I also, like I said, I have the video coming out, and right now I'm just in the process of working on my second album. I dropped my first album in March,
Okay.
March 31st. So now I'm in the process of working on my second album. We're about 4 songs in, so it's going pretty good. That's just my main focus right now. It's just working on my album and getting everything situated as far as marketing and, you know, just expanding my brand. So that's what's going on right now for the fall. I'm just taking my time with my music. Most of the songs are done, so I'm just taking my time and getting everything recorded and just trying to move strategically, you know.
Exactly. Okay. When it comes to networking, your work,
Mhm.
I mean, that would include number one, I assume, getting people to help you perform. Now, all right, let's back up. How astute? I assume I'm guessing you're pretty good at like editing your music. Do you work in the
Mhm.
studio by yourself, or do you have people that work for you or with you? Or both?
Well, I know how to do it. I just don't have the patience for it. So
Oh, I
I do
understand.
good.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it. Okay. So So do you have any people that you want to mention that work with you that do the production on the production end for you?
Yeah, well, right now, I go to Small City Studios in Hartford, Connecticut, and
Okay.
my boy Chase is my engineer. He's amazing, man. I work with him, and this is a new studio for me.
Okay.
I like the feel, so I kind of made it my home studio. So I deal with them all the time, and so far they've done all the production of my work. I've also gotten a beat from a producer named Diddy Broker out of Connecticut. He's amazing. Never met him personally, but his work definitely speaks for itself. So those are honestly some of the people that their work I've worked with. Chase does my production, and I have gotten some beats from a couple local producers and stuff like that. So
okay, when you say getting beats, does that mean like the woman I spoke with yesterday? She said she buys her beats from somebody. Is that how that works?
yeah, so you can buy them or you can lease them. And every artist does it their own way. Me
Right.
personally, I lease them. That's just
Okay.
my personal choice.
What's the difference between buying and leasing? With buying, you own it. With leasing, you just borrow it, right?
Yeah, so with leasing, it's kind of like, you're borrowing it, but you have certain rights, so you can use it. You can use it. They give you certain guidelines to follow. So you follow those certain guidelines, you can use it. The only thing that sucks with that is you don't own your masters, and that's kind of what everybody is so big into right now, owning their masters and stuff like that. But I just look at it like we're up and coming artists, and that's what it is. We're up and coming. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
I
not saying that we're not going to make it, because we always believe in ourselves, but that money that I could be spending $400 and $500 on a beat, I can invest it, at least the beat, and take the rest of the money and invest in marketing or do something that I need to do. So everybody, does their craft their way. That's just the way that I do it. So I do lease the beats. If I feel like it's a beat that is just like, oh, I gotta have it, then I will go ahead and buy the exclusives for it, but I don't do it for every single beat.
I understand. Tell me about how you market though. How do you market your work?
So with marketing, for me, I try to just be as creative as possible and just put myself out there and just stay in people's faces. I try to be very personable with my fans. I try to just give them a layer of transparency. I do have to remain professional and just keep that poise as well. But I also try to keep that that open line for my fans to just let them know, like, listen, I'm a real person like you. I go through real stuff like you. So, maybe I can offer them something that's just different from any other artist, So that's what I use for marketing. I also use videos. I feel like your music video is your biggest marketing technique. That's the biggest, I mean, that's the biggest thing you can use for marketing. So I definitely, I'm trying to drop every song with a video, and I'm, just trying to stand out and build a relationship with my fans pretty much.
And when you talk, all right, when you shoot music videos, tell me about what you. I mean, I know that a lot of the people that do what you do like to go around downtown, the downtown area, the outdoor stuff. So is that basically what you do as well?
So the
What else
outside
do you do
scenes are
besides
great.
that, if anything?
Yeah, the outside scenes are great. I try to I like to be I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I try to get it as close to perfection as possible. So I try to either rent a set, like they have a lot of video production sets and stuff like that, or I find a cool spot outside, or it could even be inside somewhere. So I kind of just go with the vibe of the song. Some songs give you that that grungy feel, so I'll do it outside. Some songs are,
but what about doing outside in a nice, in the woods or something, in a state park or a forest? You ever do that for your videos too?
I've done a video outside at a park. Yes, I have. And it was good. It was cool. I liked it. The weather was nice,
Of course.
I just feel like for your video, you should always just go with whatever feeling the song brings you. I try to go with that vision. So if I envision being in front of a store, then that's what I'm going to do. If I envision being inside of a fancy place, that's what I'm going to try to do. And that's just me for my videos. So.
Okay. So tell me about when you said you performed on the radio, one of the Springfield stations.
No, this was actually the franchise report out of Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. What's that? Is that like an online
yeah, so
unit or?
Yeah, it's a radio station. They
Okay,
do have a YouTube channel where they let artists come on, they interview them, they give them a chance to do a freestyle. So I did actually do that. I went on there, I did a freestyle for them, and I got to do an interview with them. Great people. You know, and it was a really good opportunity, helped me get myself out there a little bit as an artist. So I did that, and it was really fun. It was a real cool experience.
okay. Tell me about who your inspirations are. You know, the people, the rappers that came before you that you might want that you emulate, if any.
For me, my favorite rapper of all time is Jay-Z. So I
Okay,
love Jay-Z. After Jay-Z is Fabulous, Jadakiss, Kanye West, Nas. Those are people that I kind of grew up on. I'm a little older, you know what I mean? I'm not too old, but I'm a little older. So I'm from the
okay,
90s, and that's the kind of rap that I like. I'm more so into the 90s thing. Right now I listen to a lot of Benny the Butcher and G Herbo. So those kind of artists inspire me at the moment. But my favorite rapper of all time is Jay-Z, and that's where I get my biggest inspiration from.
okay, cool. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Now, what about
Mhm.
R&B? Does that include? Do you ever do any of that? R&B, rhythm, rhythm and blues.
So I haven't previously, like I said, I've only been doing music professionally for 1 year, even though I've been doing it for most of my life.
Right.
So the R&B stuff I haven't gotten into, but on my new album that's coming out next winter, 2023, I do have a few R&B songs on there where I am actually singing. So you guys
Yeah.
will get to see that side of me as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, because I love R&B. I mean,
Yeah.
I like rap. I mean, rap is great because rap is expressive, it's poetic, it's rhythmical, but R&B is melodic too, and I love that the way that goes. Really, you can't beat a good R&B song. Like even The Weeknd now, they do a great R&B, couple R&B
Yeah,
songs, and I'm really
definitely.
into that. So, and speaking for myself as a fan of top 40 music, that's what I would definitely like to hear. Because I know it's great. Like, when you're doing music, you want to be as diverse as possible. You don't
Mhm.
want to. In order to be your own person, in order to be original, you have to say, okay, well, so and so did this and so did that. I can do both, and then
Yep.
and some. And I assume that's the way you. I'm guessing for all the years you've been doing it, that's probably your train of thought as well. Am I right?
Yes, it really is. I also forgot to mention, and I don't even know how, but Lauren
That
Hill
I brought it up,
is
whatever it is.
actually, yeah, for as far as R&B, Lauren Hill is my biggest inspiration for that. And I always just was inspired by her because she sings and she also raps and she also acts. So, that really just inspired me. And I'm like, that's so different. And it's so cool to see one musician do both things. It's amazing.
All three things. And
Yes, three.
on that note, have you ever acted yourself? Have you ever done any acting?
No, I have. I mean, I did like some plays and stuff in high school and in church, but that's about it.
Okay, because I mean, I always say the more multifaceted you are, the more opportunities you're going to have, and the more stuff you do. I mean, at some point, somebody might say, "How would you like to be in my film?" We need a melodious female rapper that does R&B, and you'd be perfect.
Mhm.
And that's
Absolutely.
now. Do you have an agent at all, or do you represent yourself solely?
Right now I'm an independent artist. I represent myself solely. Me and my cousin Hundos the chef, we started our own record label. It's called
Okay,
Home Game Entertainment. So that's what we put our music out under as of current.
okay. How many other artists do you represent, if
It's
any?
just two. Just me
Okay,
and my cousin Hundos. Yeah.
okay. Will you ever consider taking on more?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I'm not a manager, so I don't like manage any artists, but I love to help artists just gain information and like be in control of their music and of their craft. So I'm definitely willing to help mentor anybody and just teach anybody anything that I've learned and help people prevent from making mistakes that I've made in the beginning. So I'm definitely into that. No manager, but I love to help people, get going in the right direction. So
Do you play any instruments at all, or just sing?
I can play the drums. I actually used to play the drums in church growing up. So
Drums in church. I never heard of that.
yeah.
Well, what kind of, this is new. What kind of drums did you play in church?
We just had a regular drum set, with the hi-hat, snare, bass,
Really? Okay. I
tom-toms.
mean, like in a
Yeah.
church choir?
I was in the church choir, yes.
Yeah, but did you play the drums in the church choir? I never heard of that.
No, nah, I used to just play for like when they do the devotional service and they
But you
sing
gotta
the
understand,
song.
I'm Jewish. I've never gone to church.
Okay, so In the African American church, we
Okay.
we have this section of the day is called devotional service, and that's
Okay.
where some of the Christians, they just sing songs and they help welcome the spirit in. And we usually have a guitarist or a keyboardist, and then we have a drummer. You might have a guitarist. So I played the drums in church growing up. I played the drums for a few years. So
Wow, that's incredible. I never knew that. That's
Mhm.
that's I'm really glad you told me, because that's something you all say you learn something new every day, and that's something I never would have believed if you hadn't just told me that. That
Yeah,
must sound incredible.
yeah.
Well, guess what, Boom Sheek, we're down to the final 5 minutes. We made it go by. And
All right.
I hope you had fun with me.
I did. It was awesome. It was a really great interview.
Thank you. We are the only kind we try to do here. All right. So like I told you at the beginning, what I'd like you to do is just look at your phone there, give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because once we get it up online, it's going to go everywhere. And then we'll wrap the show up with my music as we started it. So go ahead.
All right, man. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Boom Sheek. I want to shout out Hundos the Chef, HGE Home Game Entertainment, Biggity, my wife, my family, all my fans, all my supporters. I just thank you guys so much. And I want to thank you as well for having me on your show, man. It was really amazing and it was awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You were an awesome guest too, even 100 miles away from us. And now, if you had a good time with me, and it's been going great, Tyzio has gotten me so many new people like yourself, great people.
Yes.
But if you know anybody else, any of the people that you just mentioned, any of the people in those production companies in Connecticut, if they want to do the show, give them my digits. We'll get them on. We can do it by Zoom. We can do it in person. Either way, we can go anywhere now that we're on Zoom.
Mhm.
And before we wrap the show up, do you have anything coming up that you felt that you might have overlooked that you want to mention? If not, then we'll just wrap the show up with my music.
Yeah, so look out for my new single. It's the title I'ma Show You, and it's gonna be coming out October 7th, 2022, video as well. And before I go, I really have to give a very, very, very special thank you to Tyzio, because without him, this opportunity definitely would not have presented itself. So I thank you, good brother.
Thank you, Ty. And all right, one more favor I'm going to ask, if you don't mind. After we wrap the show up, we just sit and do some pictures for Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you ready to wrap the show up the way we began it with my music?
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, all right, let's do it. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.